Daylight, my MVVs, welcome.
Our palace is under attack. Elders protest, demanding divorce of wives over Osun shrine, San and Hermaphrodite scandal. If you have been following the event, you know what has been going on. It's been very loud and very scary lately in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. And as much as they tried to handle this in a very discreet and the best way that they can. Of course, you know that information used to go out, okay? Somehow. They say right now, the elders, divided elders are shouting and protesting that these women are threatening their culture and existence, that they must leave. They must leave this time around. It is not a small thing. No. Now, we do know that Ile-Ife is the sacred land of the Yoruba people and the spiritual center of their civilization. Now, it is Ile-Ife means a lot to the Yoruba people, and knowing that this their palace has been thrown into an unprecedented crisis, the Ooni of Ife's palace, known for its divine protection and rich tradition, is now facing what many elders believe to be a serious spiritual attack, and they feel as though this attack is actually coming from inside. Do you understand? The root of this drama that we are hearing now is the shocking revelation that, of course, some of the Oloris have allegedly engaged in forbidden rituals, including tampering with the sacred Osun, is it Osun or Ogun shrine sand, and an event, more bizarre was the scandal of the Hermaphrodite. And now, if you have been following the trend, this Hermaphrodite thing will not be the first time we are hearing something like this. There was a time we heard that, was it Ebony or Blow? One of them went somewhere and brought one deity like this that was crying. And to even move that deity out of the palace was a talk of war. Okay. They said this has left the elders in deep fear, believing that this act have disturbed the natural order of things and invited the wrath of the deities upon, the palace. Now, with unrest brewing, the elders have taken a bold step. They are openly demanding that the Ooni of Ife immediately divorces the women responsible, before irreparable damage is done to the throne and the land of Ife itself. I said this is where the Wahala now, this is the real Wahala, because I do know that a lot of things had happened in the past, and where, people thought about that, of course, Oloris will go and all of that. Somehow they'll find a way, and nothing happens. Nothing ever happens. And they said the reason why nothing used to happen was because the elders themselves, or more than no clean, said there be the day on the side of these women. They say na them cause matter where come bad reach like the one we will see now. If there be no standby, who gives you the gods? Who to do some of these things? It is an abomination in Yoruba tradition to misuse or tamper with sacred elements taken from the shrine of powerful deities. The Osun River and its shrines are among the holiest in Yoruba land, dedicated to Osun, the goddess of fertility, love, and and purity. Okay, they have Ogun also. Any act of desecration concerning her sacred sand, matter, and water or anything can bring about severe consequences, not just on the individual involved, but also on the land they reside in. I mean, this is the one I don't like about this, their tradition. I will not lie, because where anybody when go cause problem, may they carry on for a head. Don't be say everybody will come, they suffer with them. Now, what has spread like wildfire that some of the Ooni's wives, in their desperate bid for power, love, and dominance within the palace, have secretly collected, shrine sand for spiritual manipulation. Sources close to the palace reveal that these women sought help from spiritualists to secure Ooni's love permanently and eliminate Queen Naomi's influence. And that was why they had to go this far to do some of the things they did. However, Osun, Ogun, and all of this do not tolerate deception and greed, and the repercussion of this forbidden act may already be manifesting in the palace. Strange occurrences, unexplained misfortune, and an overall sense of unrest have left many questioning whether the palace is now under spiritual attack, which of course they said is. Okay. Now, as if the Osun Shrine scandal wasn't enough, another revelation has sent shockwave through the kingdom. A shocking claim that one of the women associated with the palace has exposed, some bizarre hermaphrodite ritual. Yes, you heard of this one. Now, in Yoruba tradition, the balance of masculine and feminine energy is sacred, but tampering with the natural state of things through rituals involving gender duality is considered a dangerous spiritual offense. Some, our palace elders believe this new exposure is another bad omen, okay? Proving that impurity and dark forces have infiltrated the royal household. According to whisperers in the palace, the ritual was performed in secret to enhance someone's power and influence, but the outcome was unexpected and exposed something very unnatural. We heard what happened to Dr. Elizabeth, okay? It was sad, okay? The elders of Ile-Ife, the custodians of Yoruba culture and tradition, have now taken a firm stand in an unprecedented move. They have gathered in front of the palace, chanting protest song, invoking the ancestors and demanding that they only take action immediately. These women are threatening our culture and existence. They cry, voices rising in the air. We cannot sit back and watch the palace be destroyed by their greed and wickedness. Oni, you must divorce them before it is too late. Their argument is simple. If the Oni does not act swiftly, the spiritual consequences of allowing such women to remain in the palace could bring great misfortune to the entire kingdom. Okay, already there are reports of uneasy tension, unpredictable, event, and a shift in the palace energy that may believe signals divine pleasure. Please, sorry about that sound. Somebody's at our door. Okay. The Ooni of Ife, as a spiritual leader of the Yoruba people, now faces one of the most difficult decisions of his reign. If he listens to the elders and removes these women from the palace, he will send a strong message that tradition will always prevail over modern manipulation. However, if he hesitates or refuses, he risks defying the will of the deities and the people who uphold the cultural laws of the land. The coming days will be critical. Will the Oni succumb to the demand of the elders and cleanse the palace, or will he attempt to pacify the situation without drastic measure? That is the question that a lot of people are asking right now. Is he going to do what is necessary? Going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.